Hello MCR students, hopefully you had a good weekend. Today we're going to work on multiply and divide rational expressions. I should have said our objective today is to multiply and divide rational expressions. And what we're going to do here is we're going to apply everything that we've learned so far as simplifying those rational expressions. Let's jump right into it and let's see if we can gain some understanding here. So I've got 1 plus 3n over 2n. I've got to multiply that by 2n minus 4 over 3n squared minus 2n minus 1. Now something that we're going to do is kind of keep this in a state of multiplication so that we can factor out all those different things that are in there. Now if this was 2n times negative 4, I would already be able to cross factor here and pull the 2n out. But there's a subtraction going on there, so I cannot do that. I'll show multiplication with the top with some parentheses. And normally I would distribute this 2n, but we're going to show that multiplication and we're going to simplify this a little bit by factoring that trinomial. Now if I was going to factor this, I'd do 3 times negative 1 and get negative 3. And then I'd rewrite that first term, rewrite that last term, what two numbers multiply together to give us negative 3, and add up to negative 2. Well, it would be negative 3n and plus n. And then we would factor these by grouping. I'd pull 3n out, and I would end up with n minus 1. Since I don't have anything to pull out, I just put a 1 there as a placeholder. And of course, I still have n minus 1. Looks like an h. Let's make it look like an n. So my two factors are 3n plus 1 and n minus 1. Now, one thing we can also do is pull this 2 out. So I'm going to rewrite this top, and I'm able to rewrite this in any order I want. So instead of that, I'm going to make it look like that one. Make it easier to see. N minus 2 over 2n times 3n plus 1 times n minus 1. All right, so what happens here is since this is being multiplied, I can cross these 2's out. I can cross these out because that over that is 1. 2 over 2 is 1. So that gives me n minus 2 over n times n minus 1. And that's how we get our answer for that one. So let's take a look at another example. Let's try out 2 plus 5n over 3n. And let's multiply that times 6n plus 3 and 5n squared minus 3n minus 2. All right. So we're going to factor everything that we can and keep this in a state of multiplication here. So we've got 2 plus 5n over 3n. We'll show some multiplication. Let's pull the 3 out of this. And we end up with 2n plus 1. We need to factor this trinomial. 5 times negative 2 gives me negative 10. So we need to ask ourselves, what two numbers multiply together to give us negative 10 that will add up to negative 3? Rewrite the first term, rewrite the last term. Hopefully you realize it's negative 5 and positive 2. And factor this by grouping. I can pull 5n out, and I end up with n minus 1. And I pull 2 out, should have left that open, and I end up with n minus 1. So I end up with 5n plus 2 times n minus 1. All right, So this 3 and this 3 can cross out. This is the same as 5n plus 2. That crosses out. So I end up with 2n plus 1 on top and n times n minus 1 on the bottom. And I almost ask if anybody has any questions. All right, so I'm just going to leave it at those 2 examples. I'm going to put probably about 3 problems up on Schoology for you guys to try it out on. And tomorrow I'll post a video about dividing rational expressions, and I'll give you guys a little bit of work to do on that. And we'll probably have us a little quiz probably around Thursday that includes all the skills that we just kind of went over. Hope you guys have a good day.